Hello, everyone. Super happy to start the week with Otman, who is our camp catalyst for the camp called Garden Generators. Otman has been amazing over the past few months. Otman, I have deep gratitude for all the energy that you've been putting into co-creating this. Before we dive a little bit into your camp and Garden Generators as a project and as a concept, let's get started by you. Can you tell us a bit more about, who you are in a few words at least?
Yes, in a few words, this will be difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm a multi-language person and also multicultural. So I have background in many cultures. And yes, basically, I do describe myself at the moment as a canary in a coal mine. So that is my closest to reality at this point in time. But I've studied mechanical engineering and international civil engineering, and my studies were in Morocco, Germany, and Denmark. And yes, well, I decided after finishing my studies to do something challenging rather than just go for a normal job, doing normal things. So I'm kind of wanted to explore my potential and innovate a little bit, try something new, explore the potential out there because I see a lot of problems and many people talk about a lot of problems, but as a someone with the background in civil engineering, I see that we can do a lot of things using civil engineering and rethinking how we build settlements. And this is how I came to the garden generator. It's an idea simply. So, okay, if we have a group of human beings, women and men and children and elderly, we put them on a land, what's gonna happen? So we need several conditions to be there, and the most important conditions are we can civil engineering. So I'm thinking mainly about civil engineering, and we can put individuals and they can ruin this land and create hell out of it, cut all the trees, intoxicate the ground, do not take care of the animals. But another group of a set of human beings within a set of conditions using civil engineering and regenerative agriculture and holistic management and holistic health management also and several other things we can people will take care of the plants, will take care of the trees, birds will come on, butterflies will flourish, ponds will be created, and the children will be happy, the elderly will be passing the wisdom to the children. So that's the idea. And now how to realize it in the real world, there are several ideas and concept that I'm working on. And this is why I came to the Gathering of Tribes. I'm trying to find people who are already in this area and cooperate, collaborate, learn from each other. Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Otman. Yeah, I love that your approach has a lot of I guess utopian ideas in it, but also is really grounded, no, in your background as an engineer. And I think that's quite
Yes.
rare to find, the beauty of the ideas and I guess the dream, but also the groundedness into okay, what does it mean though to create
Yeah, the conditions
this thing?
in the real world, not just I'm not a dreamer, and even if I'm a little bit a dreamer, but it's realistic. I know it's feasible, and I have spent almost a decade in studying in universities, and I know also I've been through IT studies. So I know it's 100% feasible. There is no doubt about it. The thing is we need to make certain conditions for that to happen. These conditions are not so easy to create. For example, we need a lot of social conditions, and I am an ignorant about them. So I rely on others' expertise. For example, we need a lot of environmental conditions, and I'm also I'm not very ignorant, but a little bit ignorant about a lot of what should be happening. But I rely on good people that I have exchanged with. For example, about syntropic farming, regenerative agriculture, holistic grazing holistic management of grazing animals. So I'm not an expert on those things by no way, but I've informed myself, spoke with the people who are in the field, and got the idea clearly. But I'm more thinking about how we build wells, how we store water, how we store energy, how we generate energy in rural areas and faraway areas, how we protect our animals, how we build fences, how we build housing units that are warm in the winter, that are cool in the during summertime. How can we make place for children to play. Because I'm living on the streets, I'm not just in theory. Been in a lot of been almost all my life in practical. So uh, I'm on the streets. I'm doing real jobs in the real world, not just reading about stuff in the bibliothèque or computers. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, I think this is a beautiful segue actually, what you were saying about you relying on other people's expertise, right, and knowledge. First
Yeah.
of all, this is very much the ethos of the Gathering of Tribes, this idea that we are together within this ecosystem and we don't need to know everything, right? That's why we're
Yes.
coming as this beautiful puzzle that's made up of different pieces with different, well, sorts of knowledge and expertise and intuition. And it's by the coming together that we can create projects that are as holistic as yours as Garden Generator. I mean, creating a village is everythingness by definition. So with this in mind, can you tell us a bit more about who you would like to invite into your camp? What is the call? What kind of people are you willing to welcome in that space? And maybe a little bit more about what kind of activities, in a few words, you are imagining. Obviously, there is space for co-creation there, but yeah, a rough idea of what you have in mind.
I would like to start first of all by you have said my projects. I do see myself as just an initiator. It's not my project.
Thank you
It's a
for
project that I am initiating, you know. And the thing is, I don't like to call myself founder. I used that for 2 years.
yeah.
Founder, but it's kind of doesn't grab the idea behind the projects I'm initiating. So basically, the project is open for everybody. It's an open source, and people I'm interested in are anyone who can contribute to the creation of a better future. So mainly, I'm more interested in rural areas and the people in agricultural sector.
Mhm.
These are the main segment that I'm interested in. So people that can help us because I have already a network of civil engineers. So from this, but my knowledge is weak considering agriculture and ecosystem restoration. This is why the camp is open for everybody who is in this space who would like to create a village in rural areas because the idea is to I love this one. People talk about spirituality and it's like in the air. For me, spiritual, I'm highly materialistic, so I would like to build it. To this is something, for example, for me, to build the village, plant the trees, build the pond. So this is for me, I'm more in the material world. And anyone who can contribute to that is very welcome, who can contribute with knowledge, with the stories, And even, for example, even if he's outside of this space, but would like to engage, because I have a plan of creating a village in Morocco,
Mhm.
and anyone who is would like to contribute to the idea of creating villages of the third millennium, what I call them, the cells of the future. These are units of settlements, and as sustainable as possible. Sustainability is not enough, so like a combination between sustainability, regeneration, and durability together.
Yeah.
And yes, that's it. For activities, I'm more like you have said before, it's a co-creation. So if one has a game to bring with him or with her, or for example, from my part, I'm bringing poems and songs, and yeah, initiating talks through small presentations, 1 to 3 minutes maximum presentation to initiate a talk about relevant topic to the subject we are gathering for. And like I love anyone, people who would like to come to bring with stories or jokes, so it's gonna be fun. I'd like that. I'm not good at jokes, so yeah, I rely on somebody else to bring that with.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's also the balance is also in the types of activities, no? As much as the
Yeah,
project itself is holistic, the way we come
yeah,
together within your camp also is, and yeah, in the wider gathering, there's also definitely a call to come as what I call integrated human beings, but to bring all the parts of ourselves, right?
yes,
Have serious fun, as I like
yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was ignorant about that, but the last 3 4 years, I had a lot of difficulties communication with other people because I was jumping between several countries, and it was the easiest way is to speak in metaphors, to bring ideas through, and to speak using stories. This
Yeah.
this one did work better than normal speech. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm. Amazing. Great. I think this is us. Thank you so much, Otman, for giving us such a
Yeah.
beautiful, complete picture of the camp. To anyone who watched it, you can just check the links to Otman's camp, sorry, to the Garden Generator camp
Yes.
in the description and in the comment. This is not Otman's camp, this is everyone's. And it's such a beautiful project. So, Otman, thank you so much for your time and for all your
Thank you.
involvement with the gathering, and we see you all in September.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and see all the garden generators in the camp in September. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Adnan. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.